Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.
And there we go, kids. Hi, everyone. Welcome to S&M. I'm Eve. This is Tally.
Hi. Hi, guppies.
Hi, guppies. How's everyone doing tonight? Or today? Or whatever it is. I don't know. Look, I got prosciutto. That's all that matters.
Oh my god, prosciutto's so good.
Yeah, so prosciutto is so good. Actually, you know what would go better with this outfit even more than I thought? You won't see much of it, but my ring. I didn't put makeup all over my hands. I'm sorry, but if you can't tell what today's theme is, well,
glitter and hair chalk and
yeah. Tally did a lot of hair chalk and glitter, and she's just gonna be picking that stuff out of her outfits for weeks, months, maybe even years. I hope you like glitter, Tally, because it will never leave you.
Glitter is craft herpes. It gets everywhere and it never goes away. And it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But how's everyone doing today? How's everyone in the chat? Soar and share the meat? No. My dog said the same thing. Hey, mama, share. No. Deep beneath the waves, the sirens embrace you with their songs. Well, I would call some of your music a siren song, Mustafa, so.
My heart is pierced by Cupid. I disdain all glittering gold. And nothing can console me but my jolly sailor bold.
I actually need to turn you back up a little bit, Tally. Because I turned you down when you had your stuff unplugged.
Yeah, when I took my mic off. I couldn't do this while wearing a headset.
How dare you not be able to do makeup while wearing a headset?
It wasn't the makeup, it was the hair.
Oh, well. How dare you not be able to do your hair without taking the headset off of your hair? Oh, kids, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an interesting week. I had a second interview on Wednesday, so crossing my fingers, hoping and praying that I get this new job I've applied for. It might mean that it cuts into some of my stream time, which is the only downside, but alternatively, it will mean more money. It'll be a better work environment. Might even actually mean I get to work from home too, so that'd be cool. Just overall, it'll be better, so. Mind your ears, lads. I'm sirens singing right lovely, but pay 'em no mind, lest ye be dragged into the depths. Look, Snow, it's okay. Just stare into my eyes.
Just let it happen.
Just stare into my eyes and listen to the sound of my voice. The water's really warm. It's very comfortable. Don't you want to come down here with me?
Well, now I do.
You're already down here with me. But you after we've had our guest, you and I can have some fun. But oh, where'd my chat go? Where'd chat go? There it goes. Hunts around for the beeswax. Oh, to plug your ears. That's funny. I don't know. We were
Yeah, just tie yourself to the
I'd like to tie you to something. I mean, what?
Do you not know the legend?
I know I
Greek
drowned.
legend.
Assassin says, "I know."
Someone once
Oh, sorry. I know.
That
I
was
know
it.
the legend, dear.
Someone wanted to hear the siren sing, so he had his crew members strap him to the mast of the ship, and had his crew members all plug their ears with beeswax,
Mm-hmm.
so he could hear the siren song without endangering everyone and killing himself.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, I forget exactly why, but he had to listen to the song.
Well, he just wanted to see. He wanted to know why it drove people so crazy. Why it caused men to commit suicide.
You know, it's funny.
think it was suicide.
Apparently, they also made prophecies. I don't know. I've never actually heard them, but apparently, according to it could be just one they added to one of my books. I don't know, but they also there were people who said that what they actually said wasn't as that it was so enticing, but it was maddening the way they talked about the future because they were actually seers. And what it did was it drove you crazy because of all the secrets of the future you heard.
Oh, he needed to know when they were clear from the area. That's why he did it.
Yeah. Assassin says, I know I drown in water. I'm going to have to politely decline. And hi, John. Yeah, I mean, I could have, like I said, it could be just an embellishment that was taken in one of my books, and I could be completely off base with that, but
yeah, it was the fact that they were so enticing. The sailors would jump into the ocean to be with the sirens, and the sirens would drown them.
Mm-hmm. If for some reason you guys didn't know, Tally and I were on your boy Pat's channel earlier this morning. With his Sexual Saturday, and somehow he has worked some sort of sorcerer to have intros and outros on StreamYard. I don't know what he did, but you know, like I said, I don't know whose dick he sucked or who he made a deal with, kind of devil, but I need to make the same deal or suck the same dick to make it work. So
I think he paid for it.
I think it was he just had the paid version, and there were features that haven't been really advertised. So that said, you guys should definitely go check that out after this if you didn't catch it this morning. I expected a lot more people to come over from our stuff. I tweeted it out, I put it in the Discords, but you know, I didn't see that many people from our streams. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. We all talked over Xiaomi, so that was great.
I don't think Xiaomi.
I think she was just shy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it went a lot better than I expected it to. I don't know what I was expecting. I felt kind of blindsided by the subject matter, and I'm like, because I
told you about it a week ago.
No, you told me about it like 3 or 4 days ago. And this was after he had shown me the thumbnail, and I realized I was going to be on there with myself, him, myself, and 2 other trans women. And I'm like, what are you trying to pull? And he was like, you'll see. And I was like, I don't believe you.
I thought he told you already.
I didn't. And so you told me, and I was like, trans sex, okay. Not just sex, but like, the phrase he used was trans lovin'. So, like, just the mental, physical, and even sexual parts of being trans and what that's like. And we didn't get into anything super crazy, I don't think. Nothing that I've never discussed before. But I was a little kind of edgy at first because I felt like I was going to be, like, way outclassed by the the other two trans girls on there. I'm like, well, I'm sure they have a lot more experience than I do, and you know, that's me.
Well, we did veer into a little bit with politics with that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with transgenderism and today's society is it's become very political, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why. It's just like any other minority group, they use them as a token to push an agenda. Oh, we actually had a comment, Tally. You're gonna find this hilarious. Let me pull it up. On a stream from a couple of weeks ago, I think one of us talked about not voting. Might have been me that said something about it, but I said something about it was on our. Wait a minute. This was on our goose game stream from 2 weeks ago.
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
And I looked at it and I was like, and they said not voting for anyone is a vote for Trump. Do you really want 4 more years of this shit? Really? You can't be that stupid. And I was like, you didn't listen to anything we said, did you? Like, apparently they didn't, but
why is Trump a bad thing?
that's a long conversation that I wasn't going to get into. And not in YouTube comments. It's just not really the platform to have that kind of an in-depth conversation. But yeah.
No, we were telling people they should vote.
Yeah.
Specifically for Trump.
Well, no, not specifically for Trump. They should just vote for who they feel like they should.
The other option is Biden. And let's face it, Biden will be out in 3 months because someone will deem him unfit to serve. I mean, a doctor for the White House has already said, in my personal opinion, Biden isn't fit for office. So you're not really voting for Biden if you vote for the Democrats. You're voting for Harris.
Yep. So it says, Eve sirens appear in multiple mythologies. The prophecy thing might be from Scandinavian or something. Greek sirens lured sailors onto rocky shores. You are probably correct.
And then they ate them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I could have gotten away with my fangs with this one then.
With your fangs? I don't know about that. Naneka says that I'm right, Tally, so. And hi, by the way, Naneka, how are you?
What do you mean you're right?
Apparently I'm right. I don't know what it is, but I'm right.
Okay.
You said that a few minutes ago, so. Whatever we were talking about, I'm right. Just remember that, I'm always right.
And I'm never wrong.
Right, if I'm always right and you're never wrong, then who's wrong?
No, well,
when we disagree.
assassin. We've already established that.
Yeah. Isn't there also Jorgensen? I don't know. Trump has just got a hate train. Yes, he does. Because MSM said so, and some people can't think for themselves. Also agree. There's a lot of stories of sirens doing many things. Hi, I miss you all. Oh, we miss you too.
Aww. Hi.
Check says he's wrong. But oh, excuse me. Something tickled my nose there. Pat says Biden is the skeleton key to get Kamala in so the Dems can check that off the woke list. Yeah.
Well, her campaign was destroyed within 5 minutes by Tulsi Gabbard. So how else were they going to get her in?
I know, right? Oh, excuse me.
Tulsi Gabbard just completely obliterated her campaign.
It was just an odd comment, especially on like our least political stream ever. Like, I don't like we barely talked about politics, I don't think, on that stream. or anything else that was
Well-
even remotely controversial. We just played the game and enjoyed it.
Well, let's face it. The people that would normally be voting for the Democrats, apart from those that are dead, are the people that would have voted for Bernie. And they've completely disengaged from politics and instead are rioting. They've decided there's no point. So they're not going to go out and vote.
Yeah, I mean, hang on. But same thing. Yeah, no, they're not, and it annoys me that people have this attitude of we've just got to get Trump out, and if you don't agree, you're a bigot, and it's like,
It's not
Okay.
how it works.
I hear doors slamming. What the hell? Like car doors slamming. Don't argue with me, ladies. I'll get the whip. Well, you're just gonna have to try. I think the attempt will be fun.
Won't make me change my mind. I enjoy it.
So just have to whip you more, Tally. Then what are you gonna do? Oh, excuse me, guys. Hang on, Tally, take over. I gotta turn my camera off real quick.
I would say what I would do. I don't think I could get away with it.
Get away with what? Oh, what you would do in that situation? Oh no, please don't say that. Sorry guys, I had to clean my nose real quick. I didn't want to do that on camera. Because it was still, something was tickling inside of my nose. Now, where's my
So
camera
how's
button?
everyone doing then?
It's still tickling. Just kind of a lazy day today. Like, we had that stream earlier. I think I commented something in Discord that I didn't know if anybody else had a commentary on. I was sitting there watching, it actually was inspired by me sitting there watching Lion playing Dying Light. And he brought this thing to somebody. It was like an item that he was supposed to go collect for whatever reason, and it was like a book for a kid. And you hand the thing over to the old man or whatever, and he's just like, here, I got this for so and so. Just like you asked, and he's just like, you risked your life to make a child happy. You're truly a good person. And I was just like,
Aww.
yeah. And on one hand, it's like, aw. But on the other hand, it's like, you know, it's interesting. It's interesting how video games and movies have kind of conditioned us to have an attitude towards heroism and self-sacrifice, especially in our generation.
You say that, but the people that are rioting and destroying shit, they're the most self-serving pricks on the planet.
Those people are, yes. But what about the people who are not quite as extreme as them? What
You
about
mean
the
the people that are out there trying to stop people from burning down stuff and
I mean, the people who
standing
are...
outside businesses?
what happened to our viewership? All of a sudden it just stopped.
Looks fine to me.
Yeah, it looks fine to me too, but the viewers thing just went to 0 all of a sudden. Okay.
It's 19 for me.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll keep watching it. And it went back up. What the fuck? Okay. I'm sitting here thinking about, like, that woman who left that comment of, didn't you know that not voting is a vote for Trump? We've got to get him out. We've been so conditioned as a whole for the past, at least in my lifetime, to believe that self-sacrifice and heroism are what we're supposed to do. To the point of we have so many people with so many anxiety issues and depression that everybody's in therapy, everybody's going through some kind of dealing with some kind of issues, either with by taking pills or by just having conversations with their friends that go into stuff that I don't think anybody really had to deal with, so many years ago, because we don't know how to stop.
Well, I think a big
sometimes
part of the problem is that a lot of people don't know how to deal with emotions.
How do you mean?
Well, people have been infantilized so much that they don't know how to deal with criticism, and they don't know how to deal with being told they're wrong, and all of that sort of thing, and they just lose their minds.
Well, that's definitely a part of it. But when you convince someone that they're a hero, like a lot of these Black Lives Matter activists, people want to say, oh, they're just evil. I think that's an oversimplification of a much more complicated issue.
I don't think they're evil. I think they're stupid and they're being used as pawns.
I can totally agree with that. My issue comes in is when we start labeling them as evil, we start missing the point of, we start missing the larger picture and what is actually going on. What is actually going on is they believe that they're the heroes of the story. They believe that they're being self-sacrificing. And when we've taken away everything else,
they think that when socialism comes in, they're going to be the ones running the shit. What they don't realize is, no, if socialism is ushered in, they are going to be the first ones to go.
It's like I said, and labeling them as evil is just a way to dismiss their arguments, in my opinion, to not actually address them and just be like, well, because if the way I see it is, if you truly believe something's evil, kill it. Like, if something on this planet is evil, kill it, because it doesn't belong here. And I don't think that any of us can really say we're to that point. And if you are to that point, you need to seek therapy or maybe call the police, because that's, I wanted to say that last time we had a similar conversation, but I didn't, because I was trying not to, but so I'm very reticent to actually label anybody or their motivations as evil. The results of what they do can be evil. And just generally bad overall, yes, but I don't think that if we allow things to get that bad, we've made a mistake somewhere. This experiment, this American experiment, has failed at that point, in my opinion. If we get to that point where we're just like, we see nothing but the other person is bad and evil and corrupt, and we're just come to the point of war. And I don't see that as, I think there's a lot we still can do here and now to fix things. But like I said, I blame video games and our cartoons growing up for the reasons why we feel that way. Personally,
I blame the parents.
Fair. I mean, ultimately, it is their responsibility to control what people watch and are exposed to, and how those kind of things are processed. I got sat down in front of Saturday morning cartoons, and every single one of them was about superheroes or somebody saving the day or something like that, and selflessly giving up things of themselves to protect others. And
I don't think you can blame video games and movies for that, because
I don't. Well, you're
like so many people, like the majority of people nowadays have grown up with the same stuff. And they don't, and most people aren't doing the same shit.
So
It's kind of like back in the 90s, they were saying video games cause violence.
well, they're still saying that, but I would agree. I may have oversimplified my statement there. It is not the cartoons and the video games themselves, but the exposure to them without having conversations about them.
See you later, Josh. Yeah, well, the issue there is most people within our age range have grown up with the same cartoons and all of that sort of thing. However, the majority of people don't go out and do this shit because they I think the difference is parents who are engaged in their kids' lives and parents that just ignored their kids and just stuck them in childcare, and they were raised alongside all of these other kids, and basically they were raised by the state or the school system or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think the big difference is it's a generation of participation trophies and parents who are more interested in their careers than raising their own kids.
Mm. It's not even so much that. I mean, I don't think my parents were bad parents, but they still stuck me in front of the TV on Saturday mornings and just let me watch whatever the hell I wanted without having conversations about, hey, I know you see this hero on the screen giving of themselves and doing all these selfless things, and while that's a good thing, everything in moderation.
Well,
you know,
the thing
because
is,
when you
right,
go out of the way and you
I
kill
was
you.
stuck in front of cartoons as well on the weekend. But the difference is, I also had very engaging parents.
Mm-hmm. Same. I say I had very engaging parents. My parents were engaging in a lot of ways. I think that was one of the lessons they failed to teach me. And as much as I love my parents, I had to learn this much later on in life on how to properly take time for myself, to put myself first in a lot of ways that I wasn't doing before. And that was very difficult for me to come to terms with, to learn about. And I don't think it's a message that a lot of us hear, is how to stop and take a deep breath and take care of ourselves. Yes, but Eve, Saturday morning cartoons when we were growing up consisted of Wile E. Coyote, Yosemite Sam, Bugs Bunny, and we managed not to yeet ourselves off a cliff strapped to a rocket. Well, I don't mean like that. I mean the general themes of, like, Ninja Turtles.
Like the 90s Spider-Man. No, but Batman, sorry.
Batman, Spider-Man, the X-Men. I mean, that's just the Marvel versions. Oh, goodness. We got a donation.
Travis Gardner donated $5.
Who is it from?
Everyone wants to charge around with red flags crying for revolution, but they never think how to run the hospitals and keep the lights on.
He says everyone wants to run around with red flags like it's the revolution, but they never think about who's going to run the hospitals or keep the lights on. That was from Travis. Thank you for the $5, Travis. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Travis.
I need to actually open the Streamlabs because I had it open earlier and I closed it and I'm done.
Well, also a big part of the problem is that these people, they are grown up taught that they believe they are the most important thing in the world and they are the center of the entire universe.
Mm-hmm.
And they just deserve stuff just for existing. And as a result, they resent when they don't have anything to show for it, being in their 20s. They resent people who are in their 20s and are starting to buy houses.
Yeah.
And have a car on lease or Is that what it's called? They resent the
Yes, that's correct.
yeah, they resent the people that have got a mortgage and are driving a nice car, because they don't have that without their parents giving them everything. We're talking kids who, most of them, like people that aren't from these neighborhoods that are being burnt down, like a lot of the ones that have been arrested, they have come from the most privileged of backgrounds. And they've basically been told their entire life that they deserve everything. And their parents have just given them everything and never told them no. And as a result, they think they are entitled to all of this. So when they see someone who came from a family that wasn't so well to do, working hard, and they've managed to get to the point where I want to be, which is owning their own home, having a nice car, and all of this sort of thing, they start thinking, well, why don't I have that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, the reason you don't have that is because you didn't put in the work, because you've had daddy give you everything.
Now you take
Is he-
you take that and mix it with stuff that I said, where, like I said, the hero complex of needing that to feel
that.
like, well, I'm getting to what I'm saying, needing that to feel like what you're doing matters in life, and then having people tell you that, hey, going out and rioting and stuff for black people because Black Lives Matter, and standing up for these organizations, joining Antifa and standing up to the fascist government,
If it
these
was a
things
really
are
fascist
heroic.
government, they wouldn't be able to.
I'm aware. But to prey on their lack of foresight and their lack of thought to put into the issue, and to tell them that doing these things are heroic, combined with the victimhood narrative of I'm owed things, the entitlement of I'm owed things, leads to almost like a god complex of like I should get everything and I'm always right, and that's scary,
Well, from experience, I was raised in a well-to-do background where I didn't really need to want for anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I was never just given stuff just because. Like, I got an allowance every week, and anything I wanted to buy came out of that allowance. I also saved a lot of that allowance because I very rarely actually went out. And then when I did go out, like my sister, she got exactly the same allowance. And she couldn't work out why, if we went shopping together, I had so much more money than her.
Mm-hmm.
And the only difference was I didn't go out as often as she did and just spend my money on crap.
Yeah, and Snow makes a point that I think is a very fine detail there, and he says it's not just a god complex, it's a deep-seated belief that they are morally superior that allows them to justify literally any evil that they visit upon people. And that's where I differentiate between the acts of being evil and the people being evil. I don't believe that any of these people going out there and rioting and causing these, well, I know some of them actually have bad intentions, but the people out there doing actual protests, people doing the actual protests, people that are staunch Biden voters, or people that are just leftists in general. I don't believe any of them, that most of them, the majority, have bad intentions. I believe there are a select few that have greedy or personal gain type of intentions in some way, and who genuinely want bad. But I believe that those people are usually people in power who have influenced others rather than just the individuals themselves.
Want their own. They just want their own way. That's all it is. They didn't get their own way, and now they want to kick off. But you can't even blame Trump for this, because the rioting started in Ferguson under Obama.
Hmm.
And if Obama can take credit for the way the economy was before the pandemic, he should also take responsibility for the riots that started under him.
Yep. All these people are rioting while
We've also
saying
got to-
BLM are the same people that have been coming at me for being with white people. Exactly. And they're honestly, I think they're A, bitter about what you have that they don't. You know, they're just mad that you found happiness regardless of who the skin color is, and or who the skin color of the person is. And B, they just don't want it. They don't want anybody. If they can't be happy, they don't want anyone else to be. So I mean, there's really no way to slice that. Or they're just
The thing
racist.
I found most amusing about the BLM protesting types,
Mm-hmm.
especially the ones of color, is... Wait, I lost my train of thought.
This is Tally's train of
But-
thought. Choo choo, chugga 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 chugga.
I remember. As soon as any of them are able to, as soon as one of them does, work to try and do anything to, become successful, they're told they aren't black. They're
Mhm.
trying to act white.
I've seen so many
And
black people that it's happened to.
anyone- Yeah. And then you've got the ones who they do become successful doing music or because they're talented athletes and all that sort of thing. The
Mhm.
first thing they do when they make any money is leave the black neighborhood because they keep getting robbed. And I don't think these people should be looking up to people that are athletes and rap singers. They should, because these people, in the grand scheme of things, when it comes to successful people, they are the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to success. They should be looking up to successful businessmen like
Trump.
what's the name of that? Well, no, not Trump. What's Trump's black friend? Ben Carson?
Yeah.
They should be looking up to people like him.
I thought
the
he was
problem
a
there is-
surgeon.
He is a very well-to-do, successful black man.
It's just
And the problem with the people within these neighborhoods is that if you want to become successful by going down a different route than being an athlete or a rap singer or whatever, suddenly you're trying to be white.
See you later, Yuki.
And
Thanks for stopping by, sweetie.
See you, Yuki. And I don't think that is a good mentality to have within a community. Because not every single person can be famous by becoming a rapper or an athlete.
I agree with you to that extent.
However, nearly everyone can become a small business owner.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, I mean, it's difficult to do. Yes, it's not an easy thing to do, but
Well, nothing worth doing is easy.
I'm sorry. I just remember having that conversation with you one time.
What?
That nothing worth doing is easy.
Well, it's not. Like, if you really want to become successful, you have to put in the blood, sweat, and tears to do it. It is hard, and you will get the exception is you won't make anything of it. But that is the exception. If you really put in the work, you will become successful. and then you will have something to pass on to your children. You can create generational wealth, and then they can build what you've built even bigger.
Kara says, Tally's telling the truth on that. I've been called everything under the sun because I had a web design business at one point, or that I draw anime and write stories. Yeah. Pat says, as I was growing up, I was taught the sky is the limit, not stayed in a certain box that was dubbed for your kind. Yeah, exactly. And I think we've kind of segued into a different conversation here. I think a big part of the problem with that culture is that anyone who actually achieves success is viewed with jealousy and as some kind of a traitor. Anybody who steps outside the norm it's still a very toxic thing to be in. On the flip side of that coin, anyone who, I don't know.
I think you have to remember that also the reason a lot of these people are viewed with envy and jealousy and contempt is because they put in the effort and they become successful. And then suddenly everyone in the black community, and I've noticed this with certain communities, suddenly you owe the community something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand why that is a mentality. It's like, if you want what that person has got, work for your own.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's a culture that seems to sustain itself, and it's not a very good one in a lot of cases. And I personally struggle with what is the answer to fixing that, because I don't think anybody really knows what that answer is. And if they do, they're definitely not sharing. So,
like, I can see a lot of these people within the black community that have just had their small businesses burnt down. Small black business owners. I can see them.
You don't know how tall they are, Tally.
Well, they own small businesses. Black small business owners. I think I got the words in the wrong direction.
You did. You misworded it, so it sounded like you were saying they were small and they're black business owners.
No,
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing
owners. After all of the riots are said and done, I can see them, if they do get insurance, or they are able to get money through GoFundMe in the case where insurance doesn't cover them. I can see them going, I'm not setting up shop here again.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see them moving to the whitest towns in America and going, this seems like a nice, quiet place. I'm going to set up shop here.
But that takes, that takes positive things out of the black communities
it does. And that is exactly what Black Lives Matter is doing. They are taking positive things out of the black community.
Yeah, they say they're trying to help, but I don't see them having positive effects. I see negative effects in that kind of way. Of people are going, well, I'll just take my good stuff and go elsewhere.
Yeah, all they're doing is destroying these neighborhoods, and that's not good for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're just making it harder for these communities. Like, let's say there's a small, local convenience store that's black owned. He's just had his business destroyed and looted by Black Lives Matter. He may get insurance, or he may get money through a GoFundMe where that he set up in order to compensate for his losses.
A lot of insurance companies don't cover riot and arson like that.
Yeah, I'm aware, which is why GoFundMe is probably a very good resource for these people.
Yeah. So any of these idiots have to argue, oh, well, they'll get insurance money. No, they won't. They really won't.
That, or they'll just go, you know what? I can start over somewhere else. And they'll just cut their losses and just go. And then they will move to these very white neighborhoods where there haven't been any riots, and they'll just go there. And
So
then the black community has lost a convenience store.
to your point, Assassin says in Ferguson, Missouri, CVS declared they would not return after several of the stores were destroyed in the riots. And Snow says the same thing happened in Minneapolis. So that right there is a perfectly good example of how this kind of behavior is actually harming black communities more than it's helping them, because it's taking away things that are, positive and trying to give them access to inexpensive goods and things like that. Just that's one more store every single time that doesn't want to come back there, because it's like, we're not going to sit there and pay to have our shit torn down. We're just not.
Let's imagine you are an investor and you see a small business in one of these areas, and you just go, I'm going to take my money elsewhere, because I'm not going to make, it's just going to be a financial black hole.
Yeah. Because these businesses aren't doing these things for any kind of sense of community or out of any sense of charity or whatever. They have these businesses there to make money. But the problem is, if somebody's coming along destroying it and their insurance doesn't cover, riots or stupidity like that, they're just going to pack up and leave. They don't want to lose any more money on a something like that. They don't care if Ferguson, Missouri, succeeds.
They don't care. They don't care about the guy that was shot by the police when their livelihood has just been destroyed.
Yep.
All you're doing is making them resent your movement. And all you're doing is making them go, you know what? Fuck you. I'm out. And so is my business and my money that could have gone into the community.
Yep. Wholeheartedly agree. Oh, wow. We've been going for like almost 50 minutes. I didn't realize this flown by.
5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize we'd flown by that quick. No, we've been live according to the U of Tubes. 46 minutes, so. I was seeing 48 on OBS. But
the only way these people are going to get anything back is if they stop rioting, they clean up their own neighborhoods, and install a sense of community within themselves of, I want my neighbor to do well, because if my neighbor does well, by extension, I will end up doing better. Because the less crime there is in a community, the more business it attracts. The more business it attracts, the better the community is as a whole, because there's more taxes being injected into that area. The more people will come in, you'll end up with more and more businesses, more and more money in the community, and eventually it'll just be a nicer place overall to live in.
So John wants us to do an ASMR stream, and I am staunchly against this idea. I don't know, Tally, can you do ASMR?
No, I can't.
You
I
can't
can
just lean
breathe.
into the mic and talk a little throaty and sexy. Make all the girls wet, all the boys hard.
No.
See, you just did it right there.
No, but what I can do is I am currently working on setting up a YouTube channel where I will be reading stories and books and all that sort of thing.
Which reminds me, we need to talk about that, so I can help you get things set up.
Yes. And I can take requests for what people want me to read.
Problem is, businesses are successful and crime goes down, property values go up, and rent with it. The very kind of gentrification they bitch about when whites do it. Yeah, I mean...
the more businesses come in, the more jobs there are. So, and the more jobs there are, the better it is for everyone. Because then more people become successful, and then it doesn't matter if rent goes up a little.
Check says, is that why you asked me to move away from the microphone? No, honey, I asked you to move away from the microphone because it sounds like you're doing this.
Oh, my back's really stiff at the moment.
It sounds like you're trying to make out with your microphone. There's close, as in ASMR levels of close, and then there's like deep throating the microphone. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
You were just way too close up on your mic, and I could hear every single little breath you took and every time you swallowed.
You should probably get a pop filter as well.
Yeah, no, I highly recommend one of these if you've got a freestanding mic like mine. Tally's has a little thing over the mic.
Yeah, that's what this black thing is.
So that helps muffle some of that, but this, if you have like a freestanding mic like mine, get a pop filter. It helps a lot. It blocks a lot of your...
How bad did that pop then?
Quite a bit. It was quite bad. But I forgot what we were talking about before we got distracted by microphones. Oh, black communities, yes.
Yes.
Sorry, my brain walked off in left field. I got up way too early today.
I mean, certain redneck communities could do well to think in the same way. Less crime, less drugs, less meth labs.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of those kind of poorer white communities that could deal with some of it as well, but get a dose of get the fuck out and do better. I mean, I don't know. It applies both ways, but nobody ever really talks about that. To me, it seems laughable that the idea of being successful and providing for yourself is considered a white thing. And I don't understand why. Like, I'm
like some people have even considered Asians aren't even people of color because they are more they're equally, if not more successful than white people.
Snow says yes, but what are these jobs? Minimum wage cashiers and such, which doesn't pay rent in NYC or San Fran or whatever, unless you live in a crime-ridden hellhole.
Well, the thing about minimum wage jobs is they aren't supposed to be jobs that you can pay the rent with. They are supposed to be jobs that kids do, like when they're like part-time or like over the summer and all that sort of thing.
You don't have a pop filter? You should probably get a little foam cover for your because that little bit of foam, because this is very thin material. Yeah.
Even put a sock over it.
Yeah. It's a little dusty because I don't ever do anything with it. Hikaru says, hearing these two women talking about torturing people might be perfect for a different website, lol.
What?
Wait, hang on. Naneka said their ASMR is them whispering of torturing you in the 9 circles and eating flesh. That was last week. We were demons last week.
Yes.
And Hikaru replies, some people are twisted enough to actually like the sound of that. Yes, this week
we are sirens.
/ mermaids. Mermaid.
Yes, we will just make you
under the sea.
Yourself.
Under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter, demonetized.
I want to see the black community be successful. Because the more successful the black community is, the more successful America is as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't understand why it's considered racist to think that black people should work hard and do all of these things that I mentioned.
Snow says, you know why the people saying that are white supremacists. Take what they say and invert it to Sorry, to invert it to learn their real feelings. I dare not type here lest Susan come after me. No, that's fair. Sorry, my brain is going out tonight, guys. I was fine until we started streaming and my brain just started going, oh, what's this butterfly over here? And I'm like, no, stop it. Focus on the conversation, Eve. But, yeah.
Hikaru said, because I embrace my Japanese blood because dealing with the fact that I'm black, I'm supposed to only be hood. I grew up on the east side of Detroit,
Wait,
Michigan.
You aren't hood?
I grew up. What? Hikaru.
Yeah. I had to have some I had to have another conversation with Hikaru about something that occurred to me the other day.
He said, I grew up on the east side of Detroit, Michigan. I grew up around the corner from the rap ground D12. Even they told me to live my life how I want to and be myself. Good for you.
And Neka says, should I pet her like a squirrel? I mean, I'm sure Tally would love to be pet like a squirrel.
I'm more of a cat.
Yeah, you are. I'm working on 30 minutes sleep and a migraine. Oh, I'm sorry, Slipknot.
Oh.
Well, hopefully me and Tally looking like sexy sirens made it worth it for you. I don't know. I think I'm pretty damn shiny. I think I did a good job with this outfit. Tally's looks more like an actual mermaid. I look like the wannabe bitch from fucking Aquaman. This bodysuit here. Was the Amber Heard's character? She was Mira. That's who she was. I meant you, Chaos. I know you did. I was just fucking with you.
She's a dick.
I can't keep it real with my hoodness came from my friends I went to school with says Mustafa. Chocolate Daddy is the real hood. But Miss Tally.
Yes.
Tell us-
Hikari thinks you look like a better mirror than Amber Heard.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
I agree.
it. I appreciate it. That's a very high compliment because I thought she looked damn hot in that role. She's a terrible person, but I thought she did the role really well.
It's a shame she was such a terrible person.
I still don't know what your
Sad.
outfit looks like. It's supposed to be a mermaid. I mean, it's a variation of a mermaid, but
I'm more of a siren.
yours is a more classical look for a mermaid. With the starfishes and the crown and stuff. Yours is a little more, and the pearls. I have pearls. I should have worn my pearls. That would have made sense.
This is actually one of those like headbands that is supposed to sit around here.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care. I didn't want to go looking for the actual pearl necklace I've got.
I'll give you a pearl necklace. I mean, what?
I knew that was gonna come out.
I'm sorry.
knew
You teed
that
it up so
I knew that
well. Apparently being the quiet kid meant I wasn't going to snitch on them, so they figured I was cool. Is that how you became Hood, Mustafa? I feel like this is about to fall off my face. A little gem under my cheek.
No, I went crazy before the stream started. I was sitting here for like an hour putting different colors in my hair. I've got green, blue, and purple in my hair, but it's just kind of blended together into a kind of tealy grey color.
Snow says, you know what I meant, genius. Naneka is determined to make me laugh, and I'm looking forward to the efforts. So, I don't know why. I don't know what I did. Apparently, I just haven't laughed at her in a while, and she's determined to make me laugh. So, so like I was gonna say, tell us more about this reading channel that you want to do. What kinds of things are you gonna read? Do you have something in mind for what you want to read first?
I think I'm gonna start with one of my favorite short stories by Poe, and just kind of go from there. I've got quite a few books picked out. I've got a few thrillers. I've got one that's called Rasputin's Shadow, which is supposed to be a bit of a thriller based around Rasputin and his connection to the royal family. And I've got another one which is called House of Lost Souls, and I read that book in like 2 days. It's a really good book. But these more longer books, I'm gonna have to divide them up into like
Parts by chapter or something like that.
mini-series.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the length of the chapter, I'm thinking I might do one, 2, maybe 3 chapters per video, because I don't want to sit there, read an entire book out loud, and then go through and edit it. Because, like, if you look at some of these videos where someone has done that, the videos are like 6 hours long, and then you got to take into account that when it comes to reading, I'm an idiot. Especially, well, reading out loud, I'm really stupid.
You're not stupid.
I just can't read out loud very well. So I want to divide it up into like shorter videos, so I'm not sitting there for like a week editing one video.
You know what you should do is name the channel Tally Tries Talking. Tally's Trials and Talking.
It's called Tally's Tall Tales. I've already picked the name.
Yeah.
I got 8 votes for that one.
Didn't ask me. No, I like it though. I like the title.
I was torn between two names for this channel. It was gonna be either Tally's Tall Tales or Tally Tells Tales. But no one can say that second one without getting their tongue twisted.
Resisting the obvious sexual innuendo. Yeah, no, that last one, the second one is a lot harder to say in that regard. Tally's Trials and Talking, says Snow. There you go. Tally learns to read.
I can read very well, just not out loud.
So TTs. Indeed. Do you have anything else that you want to bring up, Tally?
Not really.
Because I'm thinking about calling this a little early. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just kind of listening, and I don't know what's going on. My brain is just stopped. I will go for a few more minutes to say...
Why does my back hurt so much?
I will go for a few more minutes to, stop it, dogs. To, give you guys a chance to ask any questions, make any final comments, anything that I missed, because you guys were all going for a second there, but I was on kind of a monologue, so I didn't stop to read anything in chat. So if there's anything you guys wanted to comment or any questions you had for us, please leave them in the chat right now. We'll probably stop here in about 10 to 15 minutes, so.
Yeah.
So what is planned? What do you mean what is planned for this week? As in what? Like, oh, the next costume? What is the next costume?
Harley and Ivy.
fuck, I forgot.
I
Yep.
didn't.
I did. I totally forgot. I'll have to plan my Ivy costume. No.
I could tell you what they are without looking.
What?
Because I've been so excited. We did witches, then we did demons. Now we're doing mermaids. Next we're going to do Harley and Ivy. And then after that we're doing vampires again.
Well, sort of.
Slightly different vampires, but still vampires.
I may have to do something different because I can't wear a wig.
Why?
Am I still a simp? I was talking to Ash about it and she is confused. You took that the wrong way, Sean. It's Sean. John, you took that the wrong way, John. When will you admit that you too love me? We admit that every day. We talk about that. We talk about how much we love you all the time, Nanika.
Yeah, we do. You need to come back to the Discord so we can hang out again.
Mm-hmm. We miss you.
Yes, we do.
You want to come join the stream, girls? Come on. Come on.
Check your logic is wanting to know who Ash is. It's John's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Who pegged him.
God damn it, Tally. Don't say that. What they do or don't do with is behind closed doors is their business.
I'm joking, John. I'm just messing
You're
with you.
such a bully. Come on, Luce. Come on, people want to see you too. Because you're a little rarer than your sister.
We haven't heard her catchphrase in a while.
Oh, happy going. Fuck bitches get money. Hooah. See, Happy was raised on the street too. She's thug like that, so come on, hop down. She's gonna be a SoundCloud rapper one day, she's certain of it.
She's gonna make it big.
Yep.
Any day now.
But about to leave for Dungeons and Dragons. Boo. Dogfishes, yes, they're dogfishes. I'm on the Discord right now. Oh. Now you're giggling and blushing. Well, who won who won that duel this time, NECA? I think we made you giggle and blush before you ever got me to, so. Yeah. No, I had something else I was gonna say and I totally forgot what it was.
I don't know, but I'm kind of glad we're finishing early because I really want to get out of this dress. It's really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I am gonna go ahead and call it here in LOL, none of you want Eve. You're so full of shit. We need to actually schedule another guest to be on because I keep meaning to, and we
Well, the difficulty there is we've got set costumes for October, and like if someone's just gonna have their avatar, it'll be fine. But
we should
if we have someone on next week, they need some kind of.
We should have we should invite Yolander on to be like a clown so he could be like he could be Joker.
Mr. J.
Get Kefka to do the Harley voice. Okay, Mr. J. I can't do it. I don't even try.
Mr. J always said, if it ain't complicated, it ain't worth doing. He was so profound.
2 more weeks to Halloween. What are you talking about, Check? It's already Halloween. This is my favorite month of the year.
Halloween is a season, not a day.
This is my favorite month of the year. Halloween. Go let him figure that one out. Get Scribe. He could be Dr. Van Helsing. We had Scribe on a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And Bite Reaper, he has a red skull for his avatar. Well, that's true.
I think we'd have a hard time getting him to
Also,
well, if he changed it to a black skull, we could say he's Black Mask.
true. I've been telling Snowpilot I need to have him on sometime too, so.
Yeah, if Unholy Reaper joins us, he would officially be Roman Sionis. Just for our stream.
Yup. Anyways, kids, I think that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who came out and watched. Thank you to my lovely co-host Tally, who I still need to do the finger thing with. Anyways, kids, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Sorry we're ending a little early. I said my brain is just, I'm gonna go drink an energy drink or something. Maybe even lay down and take a nap for a little while. But come on, Happy, you want to do the outro with me?
Have a good stretch.
Happy says, to all my fans and worshippers, thank you so much for coming to see me. Totally didn't come to see this hoe. You came to see me. This one over here is all right. She's okay. But everyone was really here to see me. And I want to say thank you for that, for truly appreciating me for the precious gift I am to your planet. If you like what I do on this channel, share with your friends. I gotta say we? Yes, you gotta say we. Yeah, okay. If you like what we do on this channel, share with your friends.
I'm sure I saw a little eye roll then.
You did. You probably did. Anyways, guys. We'll see you guys. We'll see you all next time. Tally and I will probably be hanging out in Discord for a little while after this, so come on over and hang out.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Lay back, relax, enjoy it all. Saturday night, it's time to say no more. S&M with Tally and KRC. Come pleasure or pain, welcome to the stream.